Why?
Because it's about finding the right. Everything has to be working together.
Products into discussion of what it takes to become a champion in the NBA.
I wasn't really promoting. I was just giving you a Shaq analogy.
That's his 12th promotion. I'm going to start promoting things.
I'm not promoting the Shaqnologies. You know what? I won't say nothing else about myself or any product I'm endorsing. Man up, you two.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Always a network.
We the best!
Cavaliers coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home. And of course, Amir Johnson.
Well, Kevin, no question, it's a risky deal to make because you can sometimes sour your fans when you do that. I mean, trade is high risk, no matter what you get in return.
It's a trade that I'm sure a lot of fans will second guess. These are the things that are supposed to happen. You're going to bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. You have to focus on the big picture and what's going to be best for your organization moving forward.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Lewis, he's in at shooting guard. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's J.R. Smith, and it's Irving at the point guard position. Lewis kicks to Smith. Uncovered, and again it's Cleveland.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
Here's the screen to the left wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. That is in there. Lawson with the assist.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Irving with it. Now Lawson defending. It's stolen. And Mirotic kicks to Lawson. Three-pointer. This game, a win against Boston. Looking to carry it into this one.
The fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. Boy, was that a battle, and it turned out to be a real gritty win for us.
Yeah, they saved their best for last that day. Got it done in overtime.
Here's Lawson. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. There's the screen. Turner dishes to George. Here's Witt from out on the wing. He knocks it down. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Kevin Love. Pacers trail by 6. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to speak with Frank Vogel for a minute. I asked him if there was an X factor in this game, a player they couldn't forget about, and he said it would have to be Tristan Thompson, the power forward out of Texas. He said Thompson is still developing from a skill standpoint, but his motor is really off the charts. You always have to find him and get a body on him when the shot goes up, because the guy never takes a play off. Guys, they've been forewarned. We'll see if they take it to heart.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Fires the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Back to Smith. There's the 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Lawson drives in and stolen by Love. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
And now, let's hear it for your East Base. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Cleveland. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
To live up to this season, and really they have come through. It can be hard on a team when the expectations are that high, trust me, but it has not bothered them one bit.
Greg, you know, I think it's really fueled their fire. They want to be the alpha dog. They love everybody hunting them down.
Now here's Shumpert. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And good on the basket. Book it.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Fournier. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York. Shot clock at 3. Here's Lawson. That's short off the rim. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Knicks in New York.
And nothing to be ashamed about in that game. It was a great effort, I thought, all around. They just needed to have one or two breaks go their way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, both teams I thought played well enough to win the ball game, and yet it doesn't work out that way. There are no ties, so unfortunately they were the ones who came up short.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Pacers trail by 16. We've got Evan Fournier, Mirotic out there with Paul George. Then it's Alex Len. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Smith outside. Love wide open. He fires. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Fournier pass to Len. Mirotic sets the screen for Len. Here's Witt. He sinks the 11-footer. The Cavaliers leading by 13. The pass to Love. Lewis kicks to Thompson. Lewis a screen on Mirotic. Irving dishes to Love. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Turner's checked in for Indiana. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Lewis gets the bucket.
How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. George passes to Fournier. Mirotic sets the screen for George. Just 5 to shoot. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The wing jumper off target. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Celtics wasn't happy with how he played. He chipped in his share of points and added 3 rebounds as well. He had just a really rough shooting night, and the rim seemed to have a lid on it for him. We'll see if the lid's been lifted here, guys.
Doris, thanks. And we all know he wants to come out here and move on.
Yeah, and what would really help is if he could come out and get up.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told him to be on the lookout for something special.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial. And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Turner with a screen on Smith. They set the pick. Here's George. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Witt. Offline with his three.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Lewis a screen on George. Smith kicks to Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Pacers trail by 21. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And now, let's hear it for your Peace Mates.
And through one half, it has.
Here we go, Pacers fan.
Hey guys, we've really taken the life out of this crowd, but I still want to talk to you for a minute. We're in a great spot, and it's because of the defense we've played. Keep up that intensity, and they've got no way back into this game. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. Here's what I want us focused on. Let's get good movement off the ball, constant motion. There are good shots out there for us if we work for them. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And now, let's hear it for your Peace
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You have to like what we're seeing from J.R. Smith.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Lewis in at 2-guard. J.R. Smith out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Irving. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Witt. And Thompson sends it back. And they get it back. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Love outside. Good on the three-point shot. Love's got 9 points.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Dishes it to George. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Last time they met in Cleveland.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, in a way.
There's a screen. Mirotic dishes to Lawson. And here coming off Lawson's feet.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Lewis with it. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Lock at 6. Irving kicks to Lewis. Kept alive. Thompson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, I love how he absorbed the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
The Pacers making a switch here. Len's checked in, and so Thompson nails both of them. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Lawson kicks to George. Here's Len, and the layup's good off the glass.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. The screen from Thompson. Kicks to Lewis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
So both teams making some changes here. So he gets them both. The Pacers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are your Pacers.
On defense, Cleveland. And Miles kicks to George. Len sets a screen for George. To the inside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to go on Cole Aldrich. The Pacers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And he makes the first. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smart's checked in. Both free throws good from Len. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And Shumpert kicks to Lewis. To the middle. And Cole Aldrich with the slam.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is. They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Fournier. Lewis covering. 6 to shoot. From deep, Miles. Outside for Lawson. Feeds to Miles. .114 left in the third quarter. Lawson right side. He feeds it to Miles. And it takes a hard bounce. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. On the wing, Shumpert. Here's the screen. Floats one up. Smart, wide open. He fires. Nails the wide open jump shot.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket. Right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
A temporary lapse of focus.
Teams changing it up here. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Len out there with Mirotic. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Lawson. That's the Pacers' 5. And he finishes nicely on the way.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Move the ball. Stick it to
Lewis passes to Fry. And it's more penetrating. That's good.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And, Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
It's stolen by Lawson. And here we go. Lawson heading to the hoop. Plays it in off the breakaway. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. They get the rebound. Kick out to Moore. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. There's the pick. And it's Smith penetrating. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lawson dishes to George. Len with a screen on Smith. George loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Pass to Moore.
2 minutes, 2 and 1.
Just 5 on the clock. Back to Lewis. Shoots from the elbow. Pacers with the rebound. Len's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Comes in for George. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Ty Lawson. Cleveland also making some changes. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for O'Brien. Shumpert comes in for Smith. And Smart subbed in for Ejuan Moore. Passes it to Miles. Witt. Lewis covering. Here's Witt. But they'll get another chance. Indiana again missing.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Cavaliers.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign. Win number number 33.
And just bulldozing their way through this season series. The victory here tonight makes it 3-0 for the year, with 1 game left to play against the Pacers.
Guys, depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Freak. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge, from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. We got to see your offense in full effect here tonight. Seems like everyone on this team is really on the same page.
I definitely think so. You know, we got a lot of great players on our team, a lot of people who can score, and hopefully we can just keep building on it.
JR, appreciate the time as always.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
He was very confident with the ball in his hands tonight. He was completely in control. Knew when guys were cutting, setting screens, and it resulted in more assists than we typically see out of him. I think he's underrated in terms of playmaking.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dog. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in the land. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn around.
We hear from two of the qualified team owners, and of course, give you a chance at BC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, the Road to the Finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the latest updates. We hear from two of the qualified team owners, and of course, give you a chance at BC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, the Road to the Finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the latest updates. We hear from two of the qualified team owners, and of course, give you a chance at BC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, the Road to the Finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the latest updates. We hear from two of the qualified team owners,
Even every young
BC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV postseason, the Road to the Finals tournament we've all been waiting for is this weekend, and we have all the latest updates.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legend.
Folks, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the Pacers in Indiana. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building. And there's no question it was their offense that carried it.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
All right, let's hit the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And Brooklyn looking to do. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Young. Then it's Thornton. Then there's Shane Larkin. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Thornton. Following the basket by Freak. Young dishes to Thornton. Nice shot by Larkin.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Brooklyn on defense. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And the rejection by Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Larkin can't get it to go. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. Irving attacking. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Pass to Larkin. Lopez a screen. A floater. Larkin can't get it to go.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And Young comes over to help. Love the pass to Thompson. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of it.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Outside Irving. Dishes to Love. Here's the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotage. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Thompson sets the pick for Irving. In the corner, Smith with it. Lewis attacking, and the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Cole Aldridge is checked in for Tristan Thompson. And a new group in for the Nets. Levert, he's checked in for Lopez. Johnson comes in for Young. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Larkin. Here's Sloan, following the score by Cole Aldridge. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Irving. Lewis has got his second basket of the night.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Fire. Shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Works that one inside nicely.
Irving kicks to Lewis. And stolen by Thornton. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Arthur. Another one falls for Brooklyn. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing. Nets trail by 5. Lewis, he's in at shooting guard. Tristan Thompson is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Amon Shumpert, and it's Smart in at the 1. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Shots good from Young.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers made some terrific plays. He finished with 8 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
Brooklyn with the ball. Following the miss by Freak.
Good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Who is outside? Love with the screen for Lewis. Out to Smith. Lets it go with the 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Nets trail by 3. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
6 on the shot clock. The baseline jam. And that one comes up a bit short. The shot's good from Lopez.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball. How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
A moment to change.
He touched on his desire to see them make heavy use of the pick and roll for the rest of the game. Keep setting those screens, fellas. Those were his exact words. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now, here's Lewis, following the miss by Brook Lopez. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Screen by Young. Larkin dishes to Young.
Really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Irving attacking and off the glass. That one's good. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Cavs.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Arthur. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Arthur's got 5.
What are they thinking? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
And Cleveland making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Vanette's also changing it up. Laverne, he's checked in for Lopez. Johnson comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Thornton in for Jarrell Arthur. Lewis, it's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
They set the pick. On the wing, Thornton. Lewis covering. Johnson left side. Goes up on the block. Outside for Thornton. And the Nets, another 3.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they need. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And there's the pass to Laverne. Good. Laverne's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Irving drives in. Lewis passes to Irving. Here's Aldridge, and it's blocked. 35 seconds left here in the second. Johnson the screen. The feed to Laverne, and Aldridge sends it back. Cavaliers leading. Irving kicks to Lewis. And that one is hammered home.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
And we're through the first.
Gentlemen, I'm over here with...
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Freak really making a difference here.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Young. Shane Larkin is out there with Thornton. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 slot. Here's Larkin. He feeds it to Thornton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That is good.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Here's the floater. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Smith. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
Averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully, this is a sign of greater things for the future.
A nice shot by Irving.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Nets trail by 5. Here's Larkin. Thaddeus Young on the wing. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing tries. There's a new group in for the Nets. Laverne, he's checked in for Lopez. Johnson comes in for Young. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Jarrell Arthur. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Marcus Thornton. Here's Lewis, and he banks in the layup. Lewis has got 13.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And the shot is good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Johnson over to help. Lewis dishes to Irving. There's the pick. Smith outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Sloan. Got it off in time, but it's no good. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The Cavaliers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Lewis in a 2-guard. Kevin Love out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Smith in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
There's the screen. And a wide open look for Thornton. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Larkin kicks to Johnson. Thornton passes to Laverne. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Lewis misses. Nets trail by 4. Here's Larkin. Johnson the screen. 5 on the clock. Larkin kicks to Laverne. And it falls over the rim and in.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here.
J.R. Smith on the way. And Love has it in the corner. Nelson and Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists in the game.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition.
We got to be more physical on defense.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got the chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach had to say to his team. He told them it's time to fight and take the lead. Let's put ourselves in position to bring it home. Guys, we'll see if they've got what it takes to get it done.
Shumpert is checked in for Smith. Clement's also changing it up. Brooke Lopez is checked in for Laverne. Young is subbed in for Johnson.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Here's Larkin in the corner, Thornton with it. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Irving, good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great... passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
It's the Nets now, trailing here by 8. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The first free throw is good.
Oh my God, I just got that.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Cleveland, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And Young comes over to help. Near the 3-point line, it's Love. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Love's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Larkin, covered by Irving. Here's Thornton. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Just absolute domination in this one for Thornton. He's got 10 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the paint. It's tipped. Young with the steal. And it's Thornton again missing.
He's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their
10 points have all come off of assists.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got it good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off. Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Lewis outside. Thompson sets the pick for Lewis. Rocket 6. Three-pointer. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean,
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Here's Young. And no good as it rattles out.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication.
Larkin can't get it to go.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Young against Lewis. Poke loose. 6 to shoot. The dish now to Larkin. 9 feet out. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And here's Cleveland. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Lopez with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Lopez kicks to Thornton. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lets the 3 fly. Thornton no good. Smith dishes to Irving. 24 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Young passes to Hollis Jefferson. Young up top. On its way from Thornton for 2, and the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers.